Well, in times like these, the weight of the trauma facing law enforcement can be profound. 10 TV's Carla Rogner joining us live now with how people are offering hope and support during this difficult time. Carla?
Yeah, Angela, officers are still waiting here outside Grant Hospital where the two Mifflin Township officers are being treated. Today, I spoke to the widow of a Columbus police officer who was killed in the line of duty now 30 years ago. She says she understands all too well what the families of these officers here in Mifflin Township are going through and the family of the deputy in Morrow County.
Mark's name is right here.
Rebecca Muncie Brooks lost her husband Mark in 1995. The Columbus police officer was responding as backup when he got into a crash on 270.
I was at home and I was actually ironing his shirt for work the next day, and when the knock on the door came. At the moment I opened the door, I saw the chief there and I knew exactly what had happened.
The trauma she felt after that knock at the door stays with her 30 years later, especially when hearing about the death of Deputy Shearer and the officer shot in Mifflin Township.
The deputy in Morrow County, he was the same age as my husband when my husband died. And think about all that this poor officer, he's going to miss in life, and you know exactly what his family's going through, and it's heartbreaking.
Over the years, she's found solace in support from family and friends and organizations like First Responders Bridge, which offers mental health support to officers and their families.
There's such a ripple effect when we have a traumatic event like this. You have the dispatchers that dispatched the run, then you have the first officers that showed up on scene trying to help their buddies, and then you have the medics and EMTs that are there trying to work on them. But then you have the corrections officers eventually that have to deal with the person that you arrest.
Executive Director Mick Yinger is a former Columbus police officer himself and says he's lost many friends in the line of duty. Can I ask you how you feel like that impacted you mentally and emotionally?
I think at the time I was trying to be tough and then not really addressing it. But later on, I realized it's something I had to face, and I had to do it for my family as well as myself.
That's why he says in times like this, it's important to offer support to officers and their families. As Muncie Brooks knows, it can be a long road.
It just shows that no matter what they're doing, danger is always there. And they're always, no matter what, putting their life on the line for their community.
The First Responders Bridge stands ready to offer support to the Mifflin Township Police Department and the Morrow County Sheriff's Office. Live outside Grant Hospital, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.